Hi everybody, and welcome to your weekly reading, and this is the moon signs for the week. The moon phases, I guess you should say, or I should say, or you should, for May 30th to June the 5th. I cannot believe June the 5th, right? And I am using a new deck, and I like it because it breaks it down a little more clearer. If you're interested in more of a precise daily moon meanings, this is the deck for you. It is called the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and it is by Stacy DeMarco, who does some beautiful work. This is the book. And let me know if you all if you want me to do a walkthrough of this deck. I'd be more than happy to. All right, so we're going to kind of wing it and get right to it. I hope the lighting's okay. All right, so we start out on the 30th of May, and we have a waning gibbous moon. And we got glare. Okay, let me fix the lighting here a minute. Bear with, please. Where's the glare coming from? That's not the glare. Hang on a second. That's not the glare. That's the glare. Right there. Huh. Well. I don't really want to turn it off. Is that a little better? We'll try that and see. All right. So that's the waning gibbous moon for May the 30th. And it's beauty. Isn't that beautiful? I love such a pretty card. So I'm going to, kind of be winging it through the book. I don't want to read every single description and everything, but I'm going to try to pick out the highlights, which I think is pertinent for the week. This says, beauty is like medicine. It can heal even the most broken spirit. Beauty is everywhere in nature. Just look. Beauty comes in many forms, and we can choose to find it. I love how I look. Rid yourself of clutter and what you find disagreeable. Let's see. Real beauty is hypnotic, yet in reality has less to do with youth than it does the spirit coming through the skin. So, you need to think of what makes you beautiful. It doesn't have to be outward beauty. It's very easy to see somebody and think they're beautiful, but when you get to know them, they might not be beautiful. Beauty always comes from the inside. This says, one of the most important differences between the ancient pagan and the modern idea of beauty is that the old ways state there is a need for the core of the self to be developed and strengthened to enable and foster true beauty. This is important two-way double punch, as there's a strong mind-body connection when it comes to both beauty and vitality. So, it's basically seeing yourself for who you truly are. See the beauty in yourself. See what makes you beautiful, not only to others, but to yourself. What makes you beautiful to yourself? What makes you, what do you highlight inwardly? What can you do better inwardly to bring out the outward beauty? If it is your outward beauty and you're gorgeous, what can you do inwardly to accentuate that and show people how truly beautiful you are inside and out? So that is for the May 30th. And then the 31st, we have resilience. So it looks like a little struggle there. It reminds me of the Ten of Wands in the Tarot. I guess I can separate these. I don't have to put them all together right now. It looks like a burden, some burden. This is making mistakes builds resilience. I have learned my lessons from the mistakes I have made. I stand strong. I am an adult, and I act with responsibility. While we all have to go through times and periods of imbalance and difficulty, even of suffering, it's important we learn and grow and rely on our resilience. This is the true power from the inside out, building our reserve of resilience. This ability to stand strong and bounce back is something that has at its heart wisdom and learning. taken from experience. And having the resilience allows us the solidity and yet the freedom to grow and take the next leap and to the next level. It allows us to reach higher with a stability that makes things less risky and allows us to create with a bit more pleasure. All right. And I like this. Remember, mistakes are simply information gathering. That's it. The less drama and guilt and shame you attach to them, the better. The experience of failure or mistake is simply one of learning. That is all. That's beautiful. All right. And then for June the 1st, we have another waning gibbous, but it is the different phases. And what I love about this deck is that if you look closely and you look up at the sky, you're going to see the moon look exactly like this on this day. And then on the 31st, it's going to look exactly like this on this day. And then June the 1st, it's going to look like that. So that's what I love. I love the whole moon cycle of this deck is just on point. All right, so we have the number 6 waning gibbous. And let's see. Oops, I just jumped ahead. All right. Wisdom is more than knowledge. There may be something you aren't seeing and need to reach more thoroughly. Wisdom is gathered, but it takes time. Learn from your experience. You may wish to ask the opinion of a wise mentor if you are uncertain. It is often said that the body has its own innate wisdom. If healthy, it just knows what to do and does what it needs to keep us alive and moving without thinking too much. Most of the time, we aren't aware of trying to keep our heart beating or breathing when we're asleep. Similarly, we have innate reasoning system, intuition, that allows us to get answers or receive information without consciously thinking. It's that feeling or hunch or information or insight that is just there. Some people believe this is the wisdom we receive from the gods, the very spark of divine voice that is left within us. This is a very old kind of wisdom, and that sits in a very old part of the brain. There's a gathering of knowledge and experience when we discern and learn from this. In the result of acuity, if it is successful in the real world and good in the sense of perception, it's most probably wise. And the getting of wisdom takes time, usually, and we can be impatient and we can cut corners not to see the role we take in our own poor decision making. So human history has very, sorry, my dog's trying to come up in here. Human history has some very wise people starring in it and some not so wise. Hang on just a second. Ozzy, get back, honey. We're getting all in the lights. Go on, back up. Thank you. Whew. All right. So we cannot always know it all, and the wise mentor or friend can not only save us from poor decision, but can also demonstrate how to be wise if we aren't quite there yet. So basically, surround yourself with wiser people than you, because you can always learn, right? There's always learning. All right, and then we're going into, so that is May 30th, 31st, June 1st, and then we're going to go into the last quarter moon. And again, if you look up in the sky on June the 2nd, it will look like this, which I think is so cool. Isn't it cool? All right, this says, be where you are and be thankful. There's always something to be grateful for, no matter your suffering. Gratitude raises a lower vibration to a higher one. Do not allow yourself to be surrounded by too many negative people. Life is conspiring for you. So as we enter the last quarter moon on the lunar cycle, the energies begin to turn towards surrender and release. Let go of what we no longer need. It behooves us to pay attention to what we have right now, both positive and negative. So you can take some time out and list a few things that you're grateful for, and it can raise your vibration. You can also do this as you turn your powerful focus away from a story you have stated to believe, or that started to believe of everything gone wrong, that your life is terrible. You know, think of the gratitude as a balancer, and it will tip the scale. So you want to think positive thoughts, and you want to, instead of, again, the negative, you want to go with the positive. Have an attitude of gratitude, basically. All right. So then we're going to come into June the 3rd, and it is we are going into the waning crescent, and this is waning crescent 1. Isn't that beautiful? It's protection. Protection. Your higher power, however you describe it, is loving and protective energy. You are loved and protected. Identify your fears. You can protect yourself better. Trust in yourself. As the lunar cycle comes to the last set of crescents, the moon is close, and so is the dark moon is close, and so is the fresh start of the beautiful new moon. Here's your chance to let go of resistance, surrender, and let go. Do it with confidence. You may need to feel support from the universe, but you have to believe in the higher power. So basically, trust yourself and do what you need to do. You need to, you know, let go and let it go, and know that it's going to be taken care of. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, look at her trust in the bird, you know. That's a beautiful card. So we are in, let's see, the 4th, June the 4th. So we are on waning crescent 2. I know this is a longer way to read the cards, but I think it helps those that are trying to learn the moon phases. And you can always fast forward through this part if you're not interested at all. But I find it fascinating myself. Waning crescent 2 is resistance. Pretty. And again, that it looks more like the sun, but that's what the moon will look like. Resistance. Familiarize yourself with how resistance manifests for you, the overt and the covert. What you can see, what you can't see. If you continue to have doors slammed in your face, turn around. There will be normally an open door. Procrastination is just another kind of fear. Move forward with confidence and persistence. And then it just goes on to describe the covert and the overt. And, you know, when we want to get rid of a bad habit and an addiction to an old pattern, in fact, anything we are thinking of releasing for the dark moon, and feel resistance in doing so, we have a big dose of covert resistance. We must battle the second kind of resistance like we would battle a crafty and terrible enemy. We must raise our shields. Again, raise that vibration up. So it's really it's almost like a week of protection is what I'm feeling. So then we have the third waning crescent. And this will be for June the 5th. And it is surrender. I don't know if that's on there completely. Let's see. Put it right there. Surrender. Isn't that beautiful? Surrendering doesn't mean giving up. Let go of what you no longer need. Stop being so stubborn about holding on to aspects and behaviors that don't align with who you are now. Stop struggling. I mean, didn't that say with the resistance, you know, about letting go of bad behavior or letting go of something that no longer serves you? So we need to surrender. So it casts a protective shadow that allows us to be wide open as we need to be to do our work. We reveal safety to only the divine. We reveal safely to only the divine in ourselves, and then the light returns. So, you know, you can go within and letting go and surrendering our exposure, you know, expose ourselves. And all you have to do is to again, the higher power. It doesn't have to be, you know, to anybody or anything else. Just surrender to your greater good. All right. Very good. You'll have to let me know if you like these cards. I was using the Moonology Oracle, and I do like those too. They're, you know, beautiful. I just feel these are more, I like the different phases, and I like, not that that doesn't have it, but I just think this represents them a lot deeper. So again, if you would like a walkthrough of this, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to walk through this deck. It's beautiful, and we can delve further into it. I'll plan to use it next time too. All right. So stay tuned. Your zodiac reading will be following this for the week of May the 30th to June the 5th. Hi Aries, and welcome to your weekly reading. This is for the week of May 30th to June 5th. This is for those that are born March 21st to April 19th. And this is a general reading, so it will not resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates with you for the week and leave the rest. And you can also check out your moon and rising signs to see if there's any additional information in there for you. Welcome to my channel. I am Forest for the Trees, and I really appreciate you being here. I'm going to lay this just like that so you can see. And yeah, I really appreciate you being here. I like doing these weeklies. They're a lot of fun. And we will see what we have going on. Whoops. Positivity. I like that one, Aries. Positivity. Look at the joy. Whoops, and I'm dropping cards. Oh, goodness. Feel the watery thing going on. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Happy. Positive. What a nice way to start the week. Whoops. There we go. All right. Let's see what else we have for you. Positivity, joy, happiness. You know, being that person that you want to be, you know, that you want to be around. We have the Page of Water. So we have emotion. Okay, and then we have the Six of Air. So we have travel. Moving forward, Six of Swords. Six of Swords energy for this week. All right. We have positivity, Aries. We have central to the issue is a very positive reading. Obviously, it's going to be much happiness and joy. And it looks like, you know, to me with all the little fishes, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of little friends that have fun too. And I keep thinking of, there's a lot of graduations going on now. There's a lot of, you know, some weddings. So there's a lot of us coming out of what we've been going through, you know. I think it's such a positive air about everything that we have going on. And it's going to be contagious, I think, in that way, in a happy way, not a bad way. I'll read a little bit out of the book for it. Let's see. A positive attitude can carry you through any situation. A positive mindset can literally change the future, allowing miracles to occur. So there you go. You know, it's either that you are... You know, you being positive can also bring somebody else in a positive atmosphere too. You know, I'm not saying to fake the positivity, but you being your true authentic self can make somebody else happy and see that really exists. It's kind of, to me, like when I see a couple that have been together for forever, and yes, they have had their ups and downs, and yes, they haven't probably loved each other every single day of their life or liked each other, but they're still together. And that gives you hope. So I think that's this card is, you know, not only are you doing this for you, but you're a hope for other people. And we have the Page of Water. And this is could be a surprise, an emotional surprise coming in for you. Could be something that is unexpected. It's good. It's not a bad thing. She's a fish. How cool. Beautiful card. But it's new. It's a new message coming in about it could be something that you've been waiting to hear from. It could be a surprise that will be emotional for you. But it's, again, it's a positive something. It's a card of growth, too. There's a lot of growth in this card. But yeah, clearly something unexpected that is going to be nicely appreciated when you hear the news. Some type of news coming in that you will be emotional over, but it's a good thing. Then you have the Six of Air. This is a card of traveling. It could be physical travel, but it could be also, letting go and moving forward in your mind. You could be releasing something, this positive attitude of yours this week could be releasing a lot of negative, pent up negative emotions that you're going to release. Or if it is a travel, then, you could be moving forward. You could be going on a, maybe booking a cruise, or you could just be literally traveling, getting ready to travel. And it doesn't mean, with the water, it could be overseas, but it could just be moving forward. It could just be moving forward in your mind, or moving forward like you are going to be going to, a vacation or a place, or going to visit somebody. I'm just trying to look at the card and see what else I see in this. It's a beautiful card. And this is almost like stairs here. It's almost like a leveling. Maybe leveling up. It's a beautiful card. All right, so we have a lot of positivity going on this week. We have, possible travel, and we have a new message coming in that you'll be emotional over. Something either, I don't know if you've been waiting to hear, or, but there's good news coming that it'll be an emotional, time for you. A happy time, though. Although she doesn't look very happy, does she? I don't know, a little mischievous. What a pretty card, though. And this could be something about a child. You might hear, somebody's pregnant, or something to that effect. Or maybe some news you've been waiting to hear about a child, you might hear. All right, Aries. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.